Hey, what's up? I'm Tanner Beard. You're watching Buzz.
You're in severe danger. Your location has been compromised.
Carpenter's twin brother was seeking vengeance of his murdered twin.
Help me, brother.
I didn't know what I was looking for or where I was going.
I was testing out the iPhone, right? And then we never intended to make it, into anything more than like, hey, look at this video we all made on vacation. I think we just got, I did, as I made my friends kind of do this, but I got really impressed with just the look of the iPhone when it had just come out with cinematic mode. And of course, I know that's like old news now, but when it, we shot this thing over the course of the last 2 years. So it's really new, but in tons of light, you're like, dude, is it just me, or does like this look like a black magic in your hand? And it's so easy to use. It's got built-in image stabilization and nerd stuff. But it just kind of like came be testing the phone and having some fun. But we're in like Cannes, France, and Egypt, and all these other places that we were going on vacation. And it was like, well, the setting just got really cool. If you were actually going to shoot something here, and it looks like you have a little movie camera in your hand, well, let's go make a little movie in the palm of our hand, and that's what we did because we're actor nerds. My cousin Russell, who plays, we all played twins in the movie because we didn't, or the series, because we didn't have any actors. And so we all had to play twins, which kind of became a funny joke, actually. But he and I have been making little movies in our backyard since we were kids, so nothing was really new to us. We've always been dorks being like, hey, pretend you're a spy. And I remember we made this thing in Ibiza one time, just simply walking down the trek, and it just looked so cool. I just had to grab my camera because Russell and I have done, God, like 15 feature films or something together. So we're always just being dorks. But that's kind of how it came about, is I guess just like, hey, we're in a cool spot. You look like a secret agent anyway. He's my cousin's a handsome dude, and he just films well. He's like a half Kurt Russell, half Harrison Ford. So I just have this like movie star, for a cousin. So I'm like, here, go do this, because I'm just a movie maker at heart. So I don't work for iPhone. I don't work for, but this company I'm about to mention. Have you ever heard of Splice? So Splice that was probably the reason I have so much fun shooting anything on the phone. And now it's like, do you shoot vertically or do you shoot horizontally? I'm 40 years old, so horizontally just still looks good to me. But you know what? It's cool. I'm kind of adapting. If I ever play again with the iPhone, I'll probably shoot vertically just to say, why not? Like, why not capture an audience they may watch that content more? So, but anyway, going back to Splice, what an incredible editing software on your phone. When I grew up making little movies on go look this one up, my Canon XL1S, for you old school camera nerds out there. But that was my first thing. I worked all these summers in the oil field, and I bought myself that camera, and it was like the coolest thing. But then you had to learn how to edit that stuff. And this was back when like mini DV tapes were like, you have 1,000 of them in your room. But you had to learn how to edit, and it was difficult to find software. And what you have in the palm of your hand right now leaves very little to excuses if you're, any kind of a film enthusiast or entrepreneurial, mindseted filmmaker. Man, there is so much technology out there just to sharpen your tool. Even if it's something you're not like, well, this can't be seen on a broad spectrum. Actually, you have YouTube now, so it can be. So it's like, and look, this is I consider myself a feature filmmaker, obviously, and I'm more excited about this 6-part miniseries that's a total joke. It's more like a Naked Gun type of comedy setting or something, from the Farrelly Brothers or something. But I'm more excited about that just because of the spontaneity and creativity. It gets me back to like the roots of why filmmaking is so fun, and doing it with your friends. And obviously the guerrilla shooting of it isn't accepted, but when you have a cell phone in your hand, nobody really gave a shit. You know what I mean? You could be in a setting at a restaurant, and we just look like, some lame TikTokers or something. So nobody's paying attention to us on our cell phone. But little did they know we're like shooting an espionage thriller, which is a lot of fun. And we're in like Zurich and all these other places. But we shot in like 10 different countries on this thing. And I don't know if an audience is going to respond to ÉGYPTE, but I just know that it was a tremendous amount of fun to make. And if nothing else, a great experiment for us as filmmakers to say, can you make a cohesive storyline with, what we consider to be kind of like, oh, you shot it on a cell phone? Yeah, but look at the cell phone now. Look, it can still tell a cool, captivating story, with that imagery. It's amazing. You know, there's a few scenes where we actually tried to actually shoot something where we had to sit in like a studio setting and have some lights and stuff like that. That's when I saw the cell phone kind of shine through where I'm like, oh, this looks like 720p or something a little bit. The ones where we actually tried, God bless her, Catherine McNamara, who kind of came on board way later on after we decided to like, hey, we have these fun little mini movies we made. We should put something together. Wouldn't that be fun? And she kind of came on board as an actual thespian to help us kind of make the story cohesive and anchor the story. But we sat down in like a studio setting, and that's what I thought, like, you know, even that, I was like, we've had a rule with Egypte, you only get like one take. Like, because if not, we're thinking about it too hard. It's not funny. This is all supposed to be silly. But the hard and fun part is you only get to do it once, then we're moving on to the next thing. So it was exciting in that regards. And so we kind of made the same rules, even though we sat down with lights, camera, action for her to try to make the cohesive story. If we did anything twice, it would just be because we wanted to do try a new push in, or we did it at a different angle or something. But she was just the best sport ever. This was well below her pay grade, but she's a filmmaker at heart and is a filmmaker, you know, herself too, but she's a great actress. And I think she just wanted to come in and she kind of saw what we were doing. And she just was like, I'm an advocate for that. And she had, you know, kind of come and been a guest at our film festival, Mammoth Film Festival, and stuff that we do. And, you know, this is just all corresponding to still trying to invent ourselves or keep our tools sharp as filmmakers. And it's really fun when you can do that with great talent and your friends. So yeah. So first of all, it's very silly, but we take ourselves very seriously in this project. But it was just is an experiment turned into something a lot more. But it's called ÉGYPTE IV. We skipped the first three and just went to the fourth one. So don't look for 1, 2, and 3. They don't exist. But ÉGYPTE IV, Double Agenda, the series. It's playing on YouTube now. It's a 6-part series, completely shot on a cell phone, completely improv. There was no script. In fact, when we were editing it, that made it quite the problem because we just kind of did it on the fly. But it stars Russell Quinn, who's the lead actor, Alex Van Arnhem, who is a hilarious guy, friend of mine that I kind of forced into this to act. The lovely Catherine McNamara graced us with her presence on this picture. And then you'll see myself in there as well. But just a really, really fun series and just very silly. But hey, the aesthetics are fun. And it's all shot on the iPhone, which I think is just, you know, something to kind of look at because it doesn't look like it. It's it's amazing what the technology we have is right now. My shameless self-promotion archive, aka Instagram handle, is at Tanner Beard, and please check out Silver Sail Entertainment. Also, we got a movie out right now called Flux. Just came out through Silver Sail Entertainment, directed by Brendan Gabriel Murphy, starring Tyrese Gibson, starring Shelley Henning, Shiloh Fernandez. You might see this old cat in there in a little cameo, but it's a fun thriller, mind bender. This movie's so many different genres, but very, very fun film. So please check out Flux as well. That's at Flux Thriller if you're on the Instagram.